Okay, so first off, my name's James. I've played Overwatch since the game came back right after the first stress test again. I've played on two different accounts, for different reasons, but I've played most, if not all of these characters, of good 10, 15 hours, if not more. Certain ones I know for a fact I played quite a bit more than that. And the ones technically consider my main, they are not the same ones that I have on this one, but I have played a lot of them. This character review, hero review, or whatever you want to call it, is about Bastion. I think I have somewhere between 5 to 10 hours or something like that on him. Yeah, 10 hours exact. Um, I didn't play him a lot before the change. Um, I didn't like the way he handled, the way he felt. But back in the first stress test weekend, before they took the game offline to make a lot of character overhauls and everything, back when Bastion had the triple damage on his backside, and he had limited turn radius, and he had I think it was 1,000 point shield or something up front. Um, he was broken. He was horrible back then. If it wasn't a Pharah to fly over him, a Reaper to step behind him, a Tracer to blink through, drop her bomb and then rewind, or a good Junker, uh, which at the time there really wasn't any good Junkers, um, you pretty much might as well just kiss it goodbye. Um, but luckily that's not how he is now. He's seen a lot of changes since he was first introduced and everything. I personally feel like the way he is right now is better than he's been ever before. But again, that's just me. Uh, the passive Ironclad reduces damage while he's transformed. Basically, on the PTR, he was at 35%. They said it was too strong, and they hot patched it down to 20%. For Sentry form, for configuration Sentry, it's when he's the turret, the big gun. I think that is fine. Because you should never just sit there in one Sentry spot and just murder everything. It's different if you're pushing a payload, but your team should be supporting you at that time, so 20% is still good. My issue with passive Ironclad comes when you go into configuration tank. It's an ultimate ability, okay? If I trigger it and a 76 turns empty half a clip in me and then hits me with a rocket, which is entirely possible because in configuration tank you damage yourself every time you fire and you only have 20% damage reduction. So if you fire twice and then half a clip with a rocket hits you, you're gone. And sometimes that happens before you even manage to fire. Um, because of how loud the announcement is. I honestly think the passive Ironclad needs to go up to probably right around 30%. 35 is probably a little high, but 30 I think should be fine. Self-repair, I love it. It is literally a good ability. I can't tell you how many times I've been attacking somebody as Bastion. I love attack Bastion. But I can't tell you how many times I've been playing as Bastion on attack, and I creep around and I flank somebody, and then someone starts to come up behind me and shoot me. I have to switch out of Sentry into Recon, and then I run, and Bastion moves slow anyways, and then I remember, oh wait, I can heal myself while moving, and I'll heal myself while moving, and it does just enough healing to keep me alive to where I can get to a healer or a health pack, or if I'm lucky, both. Um, I love the rework. I love how the power bar on it works and everything. It was a good implementation of what I think is a good ability. Configuration Tank, his ultimate. Other than it feeling squishy, there a delay while you transform. into the tank, which that is normal. The thing that I'm a little confused about is there appears to be like a 1 to maybe 2 second delay after your tank before you can fire your first rocket. I don't see why that's there. Um, you're not invulnerable, so why can't you defend yourself during that time frame? Configuration sentry. You basically turn into a giant chain gun. Your changes that have happened with that recently is they removed headshot damage, which I personally think is a great thing. Um, I love that. I think a couple other heroes out there need to have headshot damage removed, and when I get to the videos I'm going to do about them, I'll discuss that then. But they removed headshot, they increased its maximum spread, they made the maximum spread start out maxed. So there's none of this doing more damage the closer someone is to you. No, your spread is your spread from the moment you hit the fire button to whenever the bullets die on the screen. That's how far spread they're going to be. To me, the way he seems is he's not very effective past like medium range, maybe. Um, at least in sentry form. You can heal yourself and everything, but eh. Uh, my personal favorite here is recon mode. One, you do have headshot damage, but then again, you're firing a machine gun. So yeah, technically, I don't see a problem with headshot damage. They increase clip size on recon mode, so it was I think 20. You're at 25 now. You wouldn't think those 5 extra bullets make a big difference, but they do. Um, but I love the way recon mode works now. The transform time from sentry to recon is a lot smoother. It's a lot faster. Just overall, it feels a lot better than how it was before. I actually prefer recon mode over sentry because you don't have the stupid spread. Um, you have more control over your gun, and it's funny because like if a Symmetra comes after you when you're in sentry and you pop out as recon, they don't expect you to do that. It's like a shock. They're like, huh? And they'll pause for a second. And that second might be enough time to give you, enough time for you to line up your headshot in recon. And I've done that a few times, and the Symmetras are like, what? What just happened? It's not just Symmetras. Sombra's the same situation. They go to hack you, and you just shift out of sentry into recon. So they're like, what? And they're going to keep trying to hack you, and all you have to do is shoot them in the head. So all told, Bastion is in a better position now than he was at the launch of the game, which, sad to say, is not the same for all the heroes out there. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the way Bastion is now. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. The next one I do, I'm going to do a hero that I am not satisfied with. It will either be Roadhog or May. One of the other. I haven't decided which I dislike more. Anyways,